Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Barker Stadium, the site of tonight's cross-county rivalry between the visiting Mingo Central Miners and the homestanding Chapmanville Tigers. James Barker and KJ with you here high atop Barker Stadium in Chapmanville, West Virginia. Big matchup tonight between these two schools. Mingo coming into tonight's contest with a 6-2 record. Chapmanville with a 4-4 record. A lot of playoff points on the line for both ball clubs tonight. Chapmanville, in theory, needs a win to stay within the playoff race throughout the rest of this season. Mingo needs a win to make sure they stay in the top 16 throughout the rest of the regular season as well. This should be a good one here tonight with the Miners and the Tigers in Chapmanville, West Virginia. The Miners lead the series 9-2 overall since these two schools started playing. And the only year that they missed a game since the inception of Mingo Central High School was the COVID year. But the last 2 years have been dominated by the Tigers as they have the last 2 wins of this series, but Mingo Central all 9 wins to start the series. And it wasn't until 2021 where Chapmanville was able to get their first victory over Mingo Central High School in this series. Some injury updates for Chapmanville. They're going to be without 3 starters tonight that have played a lot of important roles for the Tigers this season. Robert Cook, the quarterback, out again tonight. Sophomore quarterback Nate Easterling will get the start. He started against Logan, threw 1 touchdown pass, and played pretty well in relief of Cook as Chapmanville able to defeat Logan 35-14 to move to that 4-4 record. So Cook out tonight. Easterling, the quarterback for the Tigers. Preston Kovac out tonight as well. He's the starting inside backer for Chapmanville, also gets some fullback carries. But the big news for the Tigers, their starting tackle, R.J. Jones, a senior who has started every game for Chapmanville since his freshman year, is out tonight for the Tigers. KJ, this is a Chapmanville team that's a little bit injury-riddled right now, and Mingo getting them right at about the right time that you wanted to play them.
I wish you'd have sent me the message the other night.
Yeah, you
Daryl, myself, we had Chapmanville winning a couple touchdowns.
It'll be interesting tonight to see what offense the Tigers elect to use. They have gone between the spread and ball control throughout this season, as we'll see what they do with the sophomore quarterback. This is a Mingo team that comes in, though, off a loss to Roane County. And in that game, they lost 24-0, KJ. It was a chance. They had some chances, as you mentioned to me, early in that game. Just couldn't punch the ball in the end zone. No real injury news to report, but one guy comes back to Mingo Central that is going to make a big difference tonight. That's offensive coordinator Josh Sammons.
Absolutely, and they also got DeMar Young back. He was ineligible for the first part of this season there, but they've got him back. He's been practicing a couple of weeks. I think this is going to be his first game back tonight, and excited about him as sophomore. And like I talked to David yesterday, and he said they're pretty well healthy.
Yeah.
And I did the wrong game, James. And Mingo, like I told you earlier, they drove the ball down around the 3-yard line in the second quarter, score 0-0. And Ron's defense is stout, held 4 straight plays. But then they went on a 97-yard drive and scored right before half with 6 seconds to go to put them up 6-0 at half.
KJ, when you look at this Mingo team, they have played with just about everybody on their schedule, even Scott there for a few quarters there. Yeah. But their 2 losses come against the Scott Skyhawks and the Roane County Raiders, and that's
without
2 of the top
their offensive coordinator.
Yeah, with the 2 top teams in Class AA. Step aside for a quick break, and when we come back, we'll have more coverage for you here between Chapmanville and Mingo here on the D&D Sports Network.
Looking for a great selection, great prices, and a great experience on your next ATV, motorcycle, or side-by-side? Come check out Kiefer's Kawasaki.
Our #1 goal is to offer you the best power sport experience at a great price.
Like this new 23 Kawasaki Teryx 4 for only $17,999.
Before you write that check with us.
And remember, your adventure starts here at Kiefer Kawasaki. Route 44 South, Jerry West Highway in Logan, or visit KiefersPowersports.net.
Southside Buildings and Carports and Southside Shed Hunters of Louisa, Kentucky offers shed hauling services up to 16 by 52 long buildings. We also have lofted cabins, utility cabins, garages, man caves, she sheds that you can customize and order to your wants and needs with many different options such as workbenches, shelving, transom windows, and much more. You can go to the location or buy using 3D Builder's online order system. You can build right from your own home. We offer metal garages and carports that are built to any size and installed right on your property. For more info, call 304-928-0060 or 304-928-0062. Here at Southside Buildings and Carports, we've got you covered. Stop by Eric Homa Drug today and let them fill your prescription. Eric Homa Drug has been serving the Chapmanville community for over 46 years. They're a proud supporter of the Chapmanville Tigers and all mountain athletes.
I'm Elise Hinkle, psychiatric mental health nurse practitioner and director of behavioral health at Coalfield Health Center. Our providers have experience with a full spectrum of disorders. To schedule an appointment with one of our providers, call 304-855-1222. As a community, let's help each other address mental health. We are here for you when you are ready. Coalfield Health Center. Let our family take care of your family.
Here at Appalachian Medical, our team has extensive experience in dealing with respiratory disease. That's why we specialize in respiratory products and disease management. We want to bring our knowledge and know-how to help patients live a healthier life. Appalachian Medical was developed by clinical professionals. We have more than 30 years of combined experience in respiratory disease management, case management, critical care, and more. Our respiratory therapists are skilled and compassionate. With offices in Kentucky, West Virginia, Indiana, Ohio, and Pennsylvania, let us be the ones you trust with your medical health care.
Back here at Barker Stadium, James Barker and KJ with you here on the D&D Sports Network. The LB&T Game of the Week brought to you here by Logan Bank and Trust here at Barker Stadium between these two cross-county rivals. Captains on the field for Chapmanville. It's number 3, Austin Atkins, number 33, Eli Primore, and 71, Dan Atwood.
Looks like we got number 9, Chris Ross from Mingo Central. Number 4, Malachi Shepard. Number 52, Ashton Kinzer, which is a name that Chapmanville people might know, yeah. And then I can't see the other. 57,
which is Chaz Wayne.
Chaz Wayne, was he honorable mention All-State Center last year for the Miners?
Yeah. Well, Ashton Kinzer played for me last year here at Chapmanville. I'd say some of our Mingo fans may not know that I did coach at Chapmanville last year. That was a good, turned into a really good game. We were up pretty big at halftime, and then Shepard and Ross kind of took over there on the third quarter against us. I think they hooked up twice for some big plays, touchdowns. They recovered an onside kick, scored again real quick, and next thing you knew, we were in a little bit of a dogfight. We didn't anticipate it at halftime, but this is a very talented Mingo Central roster. This will be my first time seeing Vance live, though, Dylan Vance. I'm excited to see that running back. I've heard a lot of good things about him.
Yeah, he caught me last night. We did the Mingo County Championship, and he said, if I rush for 200 yards and 3 touchdowns, I want an interview.
Okay. I think we can handle that. We can
handle that.
We can handle that. So it is about go time here from Barker Stadium. Again, big game for both schools here tonight, as Chapmanville will receive the opening kick as they'll travel from left to right across your phone, computer screen, TV, if you've got it airplayed into the big screen for this big matchup.
Yeah, we're also on YouTube tonight, too.
All right. Just a little bit of everywhere. D&D has been just about everywhere
this
in
season,
Kentucky and in the state of West Virginia.
Guys, if y'all tuning in, hit that like and share button. Let's get these numbers up for these kids. And do not click on the links in the messages. They are spam.
Shepard will do the kickoff duties for Mingo Central. Back deep for the Tigers. It's number 3, Austin Atkins. Shepard's got it teed up, and we're underway. Sidewinder kick. It's going to roll out of bounds at about the 34-yard line. So that means Chapmanville's probably going to take over at about they put it at the 35-yard line, so they'll take over at the 40-yard line as they mark off that 5-yard penalty.
You know, that's what Mingo Central's hung their hat on, is defense this year, too.
Yes.
I mean, like, at one time, before they went into the Scott game, they gave up, 6 points in 4 games?
Yeah, this is a very stout defense. As I can see 52, he's already chirping a little bit. I would too if I was playing my old team. Yeah. Big front here for Mingo's. Power eye set for Chapmanville. They give it off to Jeremy Collins. He's got nothing. And a big tackle there. Ashton Kinzer comes and makes a big play. Welcome back to Chapmanville, Mr. Kinzer. 2nd and 12 now for the Tigers from the 38-yard line. That's kind of how you want to start the game.
Yeah.
You're going against your former school. Looks like a 5-man front for Mingo Central as they'll walk the safety Shepard down. As they'll move the front a little bit as Chapmanville tries to go unbalanced. Left side, power eye. They'll give it to Collins this time, and does he get back to the line of scrimmage, the original line of scrimmage, and does. Maybe gained a yard or a half yard. So that'll be 3rd and 9 for Chapmanville. This is, I kind of talked to Dave Williamson, Chapmanville offensive coordinator, before the game. They want to have a ball control offense, keep the ball away from Mingo Central. But again, to do that, you've got to be in third and manageable situations to try to get those first downs. And right now, 3rd and 9 will put Easterling, the sophomore quarterback, in shotgun for the first time tonight.
Have you noticed, like, everybody was in the box for Mingo Central on them 2 run plays?
A little screen pass there to Pridemore. He breaks 1 tackle, but it's only a gain of about 3 on the play, and that will send out the Chapmanville punt unit. Yeah, KJ, you're absolutely right. They have loaded the box. No fear right now when Chapmanville's in that I formation.
Kim Allen says, thank you for broadcasting as grandparents leaving out of state. This is awesome to get to watch our grandson.
It's not only thank D&D, but thank the sponsors that make this possible to bring you this coverage. As Chapmanville in the punt formation here at the 44-yard line, 4th and 6. As Ian Plumley back to receive the punt, gets it away. Good kick from Plumley. It's going to land at about the 29-yard line. Takes a friendly roll for Chapmanville down to about the 22, and that's where Mingo Central will take over with 9:39 to go here in the first quarter of play.
We'll get to see what this Central offense can do now that they got their offensive coordinator back. Glad that his baby's doing better.
Yes,
that's the main thing.
Yeah, Josh and I think it's Tiffany. I think that's
I think so too.
Her name is their new baby just got to come back home, and we're really glad that is the case. Is Josh back on the sideline? Actually came back to practice on Wednesday, he told me.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see what Coach Salmons likes to do. Trips formation to the top of the screen, tight end to the bottom of the screen. In the gun is Ross. He's flanked by Vance in the backfield. Ross calls out the signals, gets the snap, gives to Vance up the middle. He's got a good lane up there, and then he's popped. That's Andrew Topping with the tackle for Chapmanville. Gain of about 4 on the play, so 2nd and 6. As
A.J. Klein says, go Miners, and Connie Dial says, let's go Tigers, and Carol Bauer says, go Miners. Hit that like and share button, guys. Get those numbers up.
I'd like to see probably about 7, 8, maybe even 1K views tonight here early on.
Yeah, we got it at 214 right now.
Everybody's still getting settled.
Yeah.
For the trips receives to the top of the screen. Ross drops back to pass. He's going to look. Got a man deep down the field, and it is caught. That's Shepard as he's able to make the catch and then brought down from behind. Little man-to-man coverage for Chapmanville, and Shepard burns him for a big play. That's about a 50-yard gain on the play.
He's coming up a little gimpy after the play there,
40-yard
Coach.
gain. Shepard,
yeah.
a little.
Yeah, he's walking it off. He might have rolled his ankle a little bit.
Yeah, he's a burner, so he's got to get both those wheels checked out before they're going to send him to the single receiver side this time. The H-back to the left as well. 2 receivers to the top of the screen. Ross will give it off to Vance. Vance gets to the edge, to the outside. He's got a block from Shepard there, and a tackle brought down, but not before a gain of 12 on the play. But you're going to get a flag on the play. It's going to get a hold against Mingo Central.
Nice run by Vance, but could be because of the hold.
Yep, that's going to come back as pulled on the jersey just a little bit, so it'll be about 1st and 18 for the Miners from about the 37-yard line.
Ethel Daniels-Lester says, hate that I can't be there tonight. Let's go Miners. And Cameron Bazin says, let's go Miners.
8:20 to go here in the first quarter of play. No score. Mingo Central after the big play from Ross to Shepard into Chapmanville territory. Ross, the snap, fakes the Vance, now looks, will throw over the middle and just misses.
He had him.
The receiver, that was Aiden Burke, that came across late there, but you're right, KJ, had him open there late, just overshot the ball.
Burke is a sophomore. Mingo County kid, was at Belfry through middle school, then came back to Mingo County this year. So
that's what Coach Harrison was telling me before the game. Said, in the system that Belfry runs, probably not his cup of tea.
No.
He comes over here to Mingo Central and can do a lot of damage in this spread offense. Send the H-back in motion. Give the Vance, and he's able to cut up inside, but he's met there by Eli Pridemore, one of the leading tacklers in the mountains. As now you got a player down on the play as it's a lineman for
the Miners.
Miners is maybe 52, Kinzer, as he's in a little bit of pain there, KJ, and while they tend to him, we're going to step aside for a break. No score here so far at Barker Stadium between the Tigers and the Miners. You're listening and watching the LB&T Game of the Week right here on the D&D Sports Network.
Whether it's home, life, business, or auto insurance, Scott Ambergy at State Farm in Chapmanville, West Virginia is here to protect the things you love. Call Scott Ambergy today for a free quote. That's State Farm in Chapmanville, West Virginia. If you're looking for a friendly and fun atmosphere to enjoy your daily cuisine, come to Cheech's Pizza in Lenore, West Virginia. Cheech's Pizza has world-renowned cheese sticks, delicious pizza, and the best subs in the pizza and pasta game. Don't forget to take advantage of our milkshake shop located inside. Bring your family down to meet ours. We are the place that treats you like family from the second you pull in the parking lot. We look forward to seeing you here at Cheech's Pizza.
Back here at Barker Stadium as Ashton Kinzer helped to the sideline as like he was rolled up there on the ankle. We'll have a special halftime guest here tonight as Chapmanville Middle School football head coach, Ashley Dalton.
Oh, is he coming
He's
over?
going to come over. He said he's going to bring some chili, too.
I'll tell you what, he fed me good earlier.
Some good stuff over there.
Chili hadn't made it yet. That's kind of disappointing, so I got to eat some Cheeches. But anyway, it didn't disappoint either.
Ross rolls to the right, still looking down the field. It's intercepted. That's a big play there, as I think that is
number 1.
17.
Oh, I thought it was 1 there. I was
for the
one.
Tigers, as that is, we don't have a 17 on the roster. I thought it might be Quentin Wagner who plays some of the outside backer positions for Chapmanville.
I think it was number 1. Because that's who was jumping up when I cut him across the field.
1 is Caleb Burford. So if Burford made the interception, apologies to him. But big turnover there for Chapmanville. They're able to get out of the Mingo Central drive as Easterling back at quarterback. Give it off inside. Nothing doing there on the run game so far as Chapmanville struggling to put their run game together. We watched them run the ball pretty well against Logan last week. They had almost 400 yards of total offense.
Guys, the score is 0-0. Sorry, I just now put it up in the right-hand corner, but we have no score.
Talon Thompson.
Talon Thompson's the one with the pick.
That one, a swing pass over the top, and he spins and is brought down. It's a loss of about 4 on the play, as Topping was swarmed under there by a slew of Miners, as Strother leading the way there on the tackle.
Angela Calloway Tenney says, watching from Buchanan. Let's go Miners. Greg Atkins says, thanks, guys.
Trips receivers to the top, and it looks like Chapmanville is missing a back. They're going to run Eli Pridemore out there now. So 3 receivers to the top of the screen. Pridemore back there with Easterling. Low snap. Easterling trying to escape from the pocket, looks and will just throw it away out of bounds. Did he get it back to the line of scrimmage? They did not.
Yep,
and that is intentional grounding. So the rule there is you have to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Yes. Now, the rule, though, extends that the ball or the line of scrimmage extends around the world, so to speak, there. So if the ball crosses at any point in time before it hits the ground, that is –
yeah, outside of the tackle box is fine, but he's got to get it back to the line of scrimmage, and he didn't.
He did not, and that's where the penalty comes in.
This is going to give Mingo a good field position.
Yes, it will.
Because that's not only a penalty, it's a turnover on downs, too.
So 4th and a long 26. Snap back to Plumlee. Takes his time, kicks it away. It's down to Shepard, who fields it at the 43. He's got a lane to the outside. Shepard now cuts it back up inside to the 30. Almost loses the ball there as he bobbled it. And it's going to be inside the 20, actually inside the 30 to the 26-yard line. And the Miners take over right there. So, KJ, you mentioned that was great field position. Almost like the interception didn't even hurt you.
Excuse me. We got Deanna Locker-Davis is watching from Port St. John, Florida. Go Miners. Well, we're moving on up here, James. 3:22 in counting.
A lot of views for this big game tonight, this LB&T game of the week. Mingo Central, number 7 ranked in Class AA in West Virginia. Ross, back to pass. Going to be a middle screen there. They've got Vance to the outside set up, and Eli Pridemore able to sniff it out. That's a great play from that middle linebacker there. He was like shot out of a cannon. Vance had blockers and some room, and the only guy to stop him was Pridemore.
My opinion, he's one of the best linebackers in the mountains. Because these few games that I've done with you this year, he is very impressive in what I keep reading of the tackles he gets and stats-wise. He's quick. And he's always around the football.
He's got a nose for the ball. You look at his stature, not a big kid, but he is strong, quick, fast, and gets to the ball. 2nd and 9 for the Miners. Ross flanked by Vance. They'll send the motion man, that's
Jaden
24, Burke. Burke gets to the outside on the jet sweep, but is pushed out of bounds by Topping. It's a gain of about 8 on the play, so 3rd and 1, maybe a 1 or short 2 from the 19.
Guys, y'all tuning in, hit that like and share button. We should have 322 shares. Let's get these numbers up for these young men. You know, Mingo's got to win to maintain at least one game at home.
Absolutely.
And Chapmanville's got to win out to have a shot to make it in.
They'll send Burke back in motion. They'll give the Vance. No, Ross is going to keep it, able to break a tackle, gets up inside the 10, falls forward to about the 6-yard line. So not even sure if that was the initial play. It looked like Vance was trying to reach for the ball, but Ross does a good job of making something out of the miscommunication. And it's a gain of about 6 on the play. Gets it inside the 10-yard line to the 7, so it's 1st and goal for the Miners.
Guys, you can see the scoreboard in the top right-hand corner of your screen. And you can see our sponsors rotating on the left side of the screen. If you ever hit their Facebook page, give them a like, tell them you've seen them on D&D Sports, hit their business up, because if it ain't for these sponsors, we wouldn't be able to do this, James.
Absolutely, and that's they're the backbone of bringing you this coverage for these kids. As Vance gets it, gets to the edge, gets to the outside, gets into the end zone. It's a Miners touchdown as Dylan Vance from 7 yards out gives us our first score of the game. Mingo Central takes a 6-0 lead.
And the Miners, they don't really have a kicking game, so they go for 2 about every time, James.
So we'll see what Coach Salmons has up his sleeve on this 2-point conversion. 2 receivers to the bottom, 2 to the top. Little spread formation as Vance on the left side of Ross. It's like man-to-man coverage for the Tigers. Ross looks, still looking. Now we'll try to get out of the pocket. Flips it into the end zone. It's a catch for Burke, and a 2-point conversion is good. Mingo Central, an 8-0 lead with 4:57 to go here in the first quarter. Back with more on this LB&T Game of the Week right here on the D&D Sports Network.
This is where it all started, right here on this farm. We may have grown over the years, but we've never lost sight of what was important to us. We're continuing that tradition today, and we always will be for generations to come.
If you was pushed out of the area because of loss of work in the coal industry, look no longer. Jim Marr is here for you. Jim Marr is now hiring for all positions in the coal field. Stop by their offices in Logan, West Virginia or in Wheeling, West Virginia and apply today.
Back here at Barker Stadium, Miners lead 8-0. James Barker, KJ Phillips with you here on the D&D Sports Network as the Miners with this early lead. They'll see if they can lean on Chapmanville as they'll kick it to Adkins. Gets it across to the 30. Good returner is Adkins as he falls forward to about the 35-yard line. And that's where Chapmanville will take over.
Jennifer Blankenship says, way to go, Miners. Sherry Manstackett says, come on, Tigers. And Deanna Locker Davis says, way to go, Miners.
It was the Vance 7-yard run. It was set up by a really good punt return by Malachi Shepard. And some good defensive plays for Mingo Central as they're going to load the box again. In the power eyes, Chapmanville. And it's a fumble on the ground. Little miscommunication. I think Easterling got back on it, though. And it's going to be a loss of about 6 on the play, maybe 5 on the play. So it's 2nd and 15. And right now, KJ, Chapmanville just not getting anything done offensively.
The starting quarterback, what's his name?
Robert Cook.
What's his injury?
He has a labrum injury, and he should be cleared, I think, next week.
Okay. And the big lineman?
The lineman is R.J. Jones that's out. They're not sure. He had an ankle injury. They're not sure if he'll be back next week or not. Again, he started every game since he was a freshman.
Wow.
Easterling is going to throw, has Atkins out there. It goes through 2 hands. It went through the hands of Prater, and then it went through the hands of Adkins, the tight end.
He had him, too.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Mingo's anticipating running. When they are, everybody's in the box.
Yeah, they're coming.
So, I mean, Chapmanville
had a chance there.
Yeah, they'll get one over the top tonight on their run. You wait and see.
So 3rd and 15 now with 4:05 to go here in the first quarter of play. Chapmanville has yet to get a first down. This is their 3rd possession of the ball game. Easterling in the gun will look, and it gets hit from behind as that one going to fall incomplete as Blitzer came off the edge. I think that is number 11, Alex Muncie.
He took a big hit on the blind side.
Big hit. It came off that left tackle position. That's where R.J. Jones generally lines up for Chapmanville. As Muncie laid the Wood to Easterling there, and Chapmanville forced to punt again.
Fast-moving first quarter.
Plumlee gets the kick away. It's going to bounce at the 45 as Burke picks it up, and he's swallowed up there at about the 43-yard line. Let's sit out a play. The helmet came off as they'll have to find one play for Burke. But here's a chance for Mingo Central. Pretty good field position at midfield, up 8-0, KJ, and now with a chance to kind of lean on Chapmanville. If they get another touchdown, it's really hard for Chapmanville, who wants to be a ball control team, to play from behind. Play 2 scores behind makes it even more difficult.
Yeah, if you're going to try to be ball control, you got to pick up a couple first downs and eat this clock up. But Mingo's defense has been stingy here so far in the first quarter. Drop pass, though, that might have been a touchdown.
It could have been. A little bit more arc on it, and Adkins runs underneath it a little bit. Could have been a big play for Chapmanville. 2 receivers each side. Ross in the gun with Vance. Motion man comes across, so give it to Vance as he's met in the backfield. Good tackle there for Chapmanville. Initial contact made by Caleb Farmer, and then Josh Porter able to kind of clean it up.
Gail Lindero says, so proud of my nephew, number 11. Who we got for number 11? Is that she talking about Chapmanville or Mingo?
I think that is Muncie that made the big hit.
Go Miners from Soho Lake, Abington, Virginia. Well, hit that like and share button, guys.
2 receivers to each side, and they're in a stack formation on the edge. See if it moves Chapmanville out. They're going to fake the run. Oh, they got a nice little play there to Vance. Wide open. As Vance will get to the 35, gets a block to the edge. Good job on the block by Shepard, too. Could have been a blindside block, but Vance gets all the way down to about the 15-yard line. I tell you what, you know, as an OC, you always remember plays. We ran that same play against Mingo Central last year.
He picked it up.
Very similar result. Very similar result. So
he learned something off of you.
Yeah,
maybe
so.
Well, as an OC, I mean, you watch other teams, you pick up stuff that works good.
Listen, I'm a thief when it comes to plays. I look for anything and everything and see how we can do it too. So, but a good play there. That was well designed by Josh Sammons, and Dylan Vance able to catch it and move it into the red zone for the Miners. Ross in the gun. You're going to get a delay of game, I believe, and that'll back up Mingo Central. So you have a big play. Now you got to back up 5 yards in 1st and 15.
Yeah, he's got Monty Lovett in the backfield now to give Vance a break. Monty is about 6'3", 240. Big kid.
It's a Monty Lovett.
Yep, number 22.
He is a load. They'll bring him in sometimes and play that H-back role too, where he's the lead blocker. But right now he's in the backfield. See if he can get a tote. 2 receivers to each side for the Miners. Ross in the gun again. Motion man comes across. They fake. They do give it to Lovett on the inside, and Chapmanville able to stuff him. No gain on the play, maybe 1. So 2nd and 14 for the Miners. As Chapmanville's defense, we have seen toughen up in the red zone a little bit. Had the interception. Then Mingo Central had really good field position and got it into the end zone. And now Chapmanville trying to find a way to keep the Miners off the board here toward the end of the first quarter.
Kyle Lovern says, good job, KJ, and Coach Barker. Coach David Jones has done a great job.
Look at this. This is service with a smile from the Black Diamond Conference champion.
I wish I could turn the camera around over and look at that.
Yeah. They got some good food there. Oh, another bowl. Just sit it down here, guys. Another bowl of chili. Congratulations, gentlemen.
Congratulations on y'all's championship game last night, guys. We appreciate the food y'all bring us up here.
Absolutely.
Tell Ashley thank you, too.
And we'll see some of you guys back at halftime, I think. So
yeah, bring them up. We'll put them on, too.
Oh, listen, a sleeve of crackers. Lord. Oh, wow. They brought the whole fixings.
And grilled cheese.
Okay. Thank you, guys.
We got grilled cheese, too, Coach.
Yeah, listen. Service with a smile. Penalty on the Miners. We weren't worried about the game. Right now. No, we were worried about the chili.
I don't even know what happened there. I was looking at the chili and the cheese and the crackers.
fake. Ross is going to look, and he throws a deep ball to Shepard, overthrown in the corner of the end zone as Ross just threw it out of bounds there. Shepard couldn't make a play on it. So 3rd and 19 now for the Miners, who had a really good play by Vance and now have kind of squandered this field position so far.
And that smells good.
It does. It's going to be.
They shouldn't have done that to us in the first quarter.
It's going to be. I thought it was going to be a halftime treat, but it's going to be a 60-minute in between quarter scarf down, I believe, between us. So 3rd and 19 for the Miners. 2 receivers to each side. Vance again in the backfield with Ross. They're going to fake the jet. Ross is going to look. He's in trouble. Gets away from pressure. Now he's going to run with it, and Pridemore pushes him out of bounds at about the 21-yard line. So a gain, maybe 5 on the play, maybe 4. So it'll be about 4th and 15 for Mingo Central.
Amanda Atkins-Lee says, excellent commentary, guys. Keep up the great work. We appreciate that.
We do appreciate that. I'm going to sneak a bite real fast, KJ.
I don't blame you, man.
Oh, yeah.
That wasn't the right thing to do for them right now. They
That's
could have
good
waited for the second quarter.
That's fantastic. We may ask for some recipes later after the halftime if Coach Dalton's going to come up.
He might need to open him a restaurant up there around his tailgating side.
Yeah, absolutely. Play clock down to 5 for the Miners. They're going to have to get this one off in a hurry. 3. They're going to send Burke in motion. Ross looks, fires over the middle, and it's intercepted. Big play there. Austin Atkins is able to pick it off, and he'll get it back to the 21-yard line. So a big turn of events there. Chapmanville able to get a turnover, the second interception of the game for the Tigers on Ross.
Richie Belcher, that's our man at GMR Services. How you doing, Richie? We appreciate it. Awesome job as always, guys. Guys, if you're looking for a job in the coal fields, GMR Services located at Fountain Place Mall behind the old front room building there. You'll see Richie Belcher or Eric Coleman, and they'll put you to work in the coal mines. They're doing big things around the West Virginia area and also Kentucky, Virginia area. So
Richie is a great job in the community and everything else. If you need a job, that's definitely the guy to go see.
Oh, absolutely. Great human being, him and Eric Coleman both.
So Chapmanville in a little bit of what I would call a whopper set. 2 wings to the left side as Topping's going to take it as he took over in this single wing look for Chapmanville, and he'll push forward, gain of about 4 or 5 on the play. And it's one of the first positive rushing plays we've seen from the Tigers here tonight. So a gain, actually going to be a gain of 5 on the play for Topping, as Chapmanville will have to run one more play here if they keep it on the ground for the first quarter to be over. This game could be a lot worse than 8-0 for Chapmanville. They have to be very thankful for it only to be 8-0 right now. And if they can put a drive together, they'll have a chance.
Mingo's been in their territory twice, 2 picks.
Topping gets the snap, direct snap to him. He's going to run to the outside and is met there. Gain of about 1 on the play, and that will do it for the first quarter. Mingo Central has been dominant with the ball, but only with 8 points to show on the board as they lead Chapmanville 8-0 here at the end of the first quarter. We'll be back with more of this LB&T Game of the Week right here on the D&D Sports Network.
If you was pushed out of the area because of loss of work in the coal industry, look no longer. Jim Marr is here for you. Jim Marr is now hiring for all positions in the coal field. Stop by their offices in Logan, West Virginia or in Wheeling, West Virginia and apply today. Come on down to Three Guys Pizza and Brew in Williamson, West Virginia. We're located on the corner of Harvey Street and 3rd Avenue. We got great deals on pizzas, sandwiches, and more. You get great service with great pricing. Enjoy your birthday or ball games with us here at Three Guys Pizza and Brew. Look forward to seeing you.
Come meet the wonderful staff at the Del Barton Quick Shop. They got all your cold food needs along with tobacco needs. And while you're down there, check out their award-winning hot food items. Once again, located in Del Barton, West Virginia, the Quick Shop.
right, guys, welcome back here to Chapmanville, where the Miners are up 8-0 start of the second quarter, James. And like we talked about, they put a drive together. I mean, we got a ball game.
Yep, and it has had a chance to be a big Mingo Central lead. But again, Chapmanville, 2 interceptions of Ross inside Chapmanville territory, and now a little bit of a single wing look for the Tigers is topping at the quarterback as they're going to give the direct snap to him. He's going to run to the outside, now gets stopped in the middle as he kind of got met there. Again, that was 22 Lovett as he was the first Miner on the scene. And it's a loss of 2 on the play, and Chapmanville will send out the punt unit. Had a promise there on the first down play, gain of 5, but Chapmanville moves backwards after that. And
has Chapmanville picked up a first down yet? I don't think they have.
Not. They have not picked up a first down yet. So back in punt formation, 11:22 to go here at the start of the second quarter. Plumlee gets it away. Decent kick to the side, near side, as Burke picks it up down the sideline, and he steps out of bounds there. Ooh, Burke had a head of steam there. Absolutely.
If he didn't step out there, he probably picked up about 10, 15 more yards.
That's some hidden yardage there as Burke able to field it and pick it up. As Miners will take over there at the 47-yard line. They've had really good field position all evening long. Only 8 points to show for it so far, but they keep knocking on the door.
Mingo's done a good job. They get down here on Chapmanville's side, but the field shrinks in his side of the field. And Chapmanville's done an excellent job on defense, picking Ross off twice.
3 receivers to the top of the screen. Snap. Give the Vance. Vance gets to the edge, gets to the 50, 45, 40. He's gone. 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown. Dylan Vance turns on the Jets, and the Miners, they didn't knock on the door that time. Dylan Vance put the foot on it and kicked it down, and the Miners take a 14-0 lead.
Miners should be happy because they get that kid another year.
Yeah. He's got some wheels. Little outside zone play to Vance, and he able to make one cut, get in the lane, and he was off. Mingo Central again going for 2 as I got to move all my food here to write down my stats. It's a 53-yard touchdown run. Shovel pass inside. Nice design. Malachi Shepard into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. 16-0. Mingo Central leads. Back with this LB&T Game of the Week here on the D&D Sports Network right after this.
Gracie and Tate merchandising has become a staple here in the Danville and Madison community. They'll make sure you find that treasure that's been eluding you. Everything you need under one roof. New items at discounted prices right here at Gracie and Tate Merchandising. Go Skyhawks!
Back here at Barker Stadium, 16-0. Mingo Central leads after the 53-yard touchdown run from Dylan Vance. Keep you updated on Scott and Winfield. That one going on down in Boone County, 0-0. They just got underway. Miners kick it off. As that kick to Adkins at about the 20. Kind of jogs and then turns on the Jets, able to get out to the 36-yard line. And that's where Chapmanville will take over on their 5th possession of the game. Chapmanville, see what they do offensively. They put Topping back there in that single wing look in that last drive. We'll see what they do in this 5th drive. It looks like Easterling will go under center. I formation for Chapmanville. One receiver to each side. They'll toss. Give it off on the reverse to Topping. Topping cuts it up, now cuts it out, and he doesn't have much to do. And he's met, again, by a bunch of Miners. You're going to get a late flag there. That's going to be on 32 for Mingo Central.
Taking Hackney.
As Hackney kind of picked the Chapmanville player off the pile, and that'll be a 15-yarder.
Freshman linebacker.
Trying to make something happen, see those guys standing around the pile, but that's a point of emphasis for these officials here in West Virginia. And it'll be the first down for Chapmanville. They'll get to midfield. And, I know a lot of Miners fans watching tonight. Before you say anything about the officiating crew in that call, this is a state champion officiating crew.
Oh, okay.
One of the best in the state of West Virginia.
Guys, the scoreboard's in the top right-hand corner of your screen, and Mingo is up 16-0.
High formation for Chapmanville. 2 tight ends this time, as they'll give it off to Collins. Collins tiptoes and then runs to about the 50-yard line, gain of 1 by Collins on the play. Okay, Jay, you may have picked an upset tonight. Winfield a 7-0 lead on Scott right now.
I told you, man.
First possession.
Scott have nothing against them. Excellent football team. But that style of play, the physicality, power run game, bothers Scott.
We'll see if it holds. Scott's still got a lot of weapons on that offensive side. 2nd and 9 for the Tigers at midfield. They'll give it off to Collins. Collins able to break one, gets to the edge and spins forward. That's the first down for Chapmanville.
He's still on his feet. He never went down.
I don't know if he went down.
I don't
They're going
either.
to stop him. They do mark him down.
I don't know if he went down, James. I think he spun out of it and was on a Mingo player.
That's one of those things we have to look back and watch at the conclusion of this one. But a good run from Collins. Chapmanville gets the first down into Mingo Central territory for the first time tonight as well. This will be a big answer for Chapmanville if they were able to find some points on this drive. Easterling under center. They'll give it off this time to Topping. Topping finds some crease, gets up inside. Good run for the Tigers as Topping squirts in for about a 5-yard gain. So 2nd and 5 on this moving clock in the second quarter with 9 minutes to go.
That's the thing about stacking the box. If you can get through that initial front, there's nobody there.
And right now, that's the last 2 runs for Chapmanville. They have been also close to breaking them.
Yep.
They'll stay in this same set. As Adkins here at the bottom of the screen, the only receiver in formation for Chapmanville. Double tight end set. They'll give it off to Topping. Topping again, forward, gain of about 4 or 5 on the play. It's going to be 5, enough for a first down for Chapmanville. This is a point in time where Chapmanville went away from the power eye. They're in this double tight end set. David Jones, you got to think maybe time for a timeout, try to readjust your defense here. Chapmanville going to stay in this same set. 5-man front for Mingo Central. Easterling under center. Looks. Give it off to Topping. Maybe a little bit of miscommunication there as quarterback opened up to go to the left. Backs went right. Easterling ends up finding him. It's a gain of only 2 on the play there, though. So 2nd and 8.
Now, what's Easterling, a sophomore?
Easterling is a sophomore.
And the quarterback, now is he a junior or senior?
Cook is a junior.
Okay.
So this is a young Chapmanville team for the most part, especially the ones that are out there tonight. You've got a lot of sophomores and juniors on the field.
Well, the champion, Black Diamond champion middle school coach has got a lot to look forward to coming up the pipe.
Easterling under center. Gives it off, this time to Collins. Collins tries to wriggle his way to the 25 and does. Gain of 1 on the play, so 3rd and 7. But this is the kind of style Chapmanville wanted in this contest, KJ. It's down to 7-10 here in the second quarter. They got the ball to start almost at 11 minutes, so they ran 4 minutes of clock off this second quarter clock into Mingo Central territory in 4-down territory as they'll stay in this I formation set with 2 tight ends.
We got rain coming down now, James.
Yeah, a little bit. Was not expected tonight. And
they got to jump.
Mingo Central to jump. They did. That's 77, that jump. That's Jace Harmon, the junior. So 3rd and 2 now. Chapmanville, rain coming down.
You know, the game I done earlier with Winfield this year, I mean, what was it, 6-0 at halftime?
Yeah.
And Chapmanville controlled that game in the first half. They just couldn't get in the end zone. And then Winfield in the second half just pulled away. But they did a really good job in that game controlling the clock.
So 6:30 to go here on a moving clock. Chapmanville stays in this huddle. They got 24 seconds on the play clock. So they're taking their time here trying to keep that ball away from Mingo Central. Big drive in this game. Could Chapmanville find a way to get in the end zone and answer? Easterling under center. They'll give it off to Collins. Collins didn't get it.
It's going to be 4th and
4th
2?
and a long 1, maybe 2, KJ.
Mackenzie Hatfield says, let's go Miners. Daphne Steele says, go Miners. Amber Neese says, let's go Tigers.
So 4th and a long 1, 2 for Chapmanville. They've ran this clock inside 6 minutes now. So this is about a 6-minute possession for the Tigers. Power I set. Easterling under center. See if they do the hard count first. They do? No, they don't. They're going to give it to the fullback. I don't know if he got there. That's Pridemore, and he is stuffed.
Big 77. Is that Jace Harmon in there?
That's Harmon. He made up for that offside penalty, and he's able to swallow up the fullback on the play, and Mingo Central will take over right there. That's kind of what we saw against Winfield at the 3rd game of the season for Chapmanville. They'd have their drive, and then get close to the red zone, and then just couldn't do anything once they got down there. And good drive for Chapmanville clockwise, but overall, no points to come of it.
Jamie Cantrell says, let's go Miners from White Pine, Tennessee.
Two receivers to the top. Motion man is Burke. They're going to give it to Vance inside. He's met there
nice.
Really quick as Chapmanville trying to. Pridemore again on the stop. Again, you can see why he's one of the best linebackers in
I'm telling you, man,
Class AA in the mountains.
I've been highly impressed both times I've been here watching this kid. It's always got his nose around the football.
So 2nd and 8 for the Miners. 4:45 to go here in the second quarter. Light rain still falling here at Barker Stadium in Chapmanville. And you're going to get a false start there, maybe a snap infraction, as they'll move the Miners back 5 yards. So 2nd and 13 now. 4:35 to go here in the second quarter. Now, this is a chance for Mingo Central, KJ, to maybe put this one away. If they can find a way to get this one in the end zone, they get the ball to start the second half as well. So up 3 scores with the ball would be really tough for this Chapmanville offense to overcome. But right now, the Miners 2nd and 13. 2 receivers to each side. Ross back, looking. It's a slant. They're going to find the receiver. That's Prater.
Ducey Prater.
Yeah. He's got that nickname. I forgot.
Yeah, Ducey.
Ducey. So Ducey Prater with the slant catch over the middle. Gain of about 16 on the play for a Miner first down.
A.D. Tiller says, mixed emotions tonight. Zach Belcher is my brother-in-law, but I'm a Mingo Central graduate.
I was going to say a joke, but I will not. Coach Belcher is one of my really good friends. Back is Ross looking, throws the ball. He's got a wide open Burke. A little bit of a wheel route there for Burke, and he's going to outrun him to the end zone. It's a touchdown. The Miners find a way to get in the end zone. 61 yards out. It's Ross to Burke. And it's 22-0 in favor of the Miners.
Burke just got behind the defense. Safety help was on the other side, and he was, like you said, the wheel route was wide open down the sideline. Little pitch and catch from Ross to Burke.
That was a pretty ball from Ross. He hit Burke in stride, and you're not going to catch Aiden Burke when he's in stride. Mingo Central going for two. They've had two of them so far. Ross rolls back. They're going to try to throw back all the way to Shepard. That's a beautiful design play. Shepard wide open for the two-point conversion. Mingo Central 24, Chapmanville nothing. Back with more here on the LB&T Game of the Week right after this on the D&D Sports Network.
Trailhead Bar and Grill in Maplewood, West Virginia is making sure trail riders and locals are staying happy and full. One thing's a guarantee at Trailhead is great food and great service. Come watch your favorite ball game, have a party, or we'll host your events at Trailhead Bar and Grill, proud supporter of the Mingo Central Miners and all mountain athletes. You're trying to rehab from an on-the-field or workplace injury, come to Rebound Physical Therapy and Sports Performance in Chapmanville, West Virginia for all your physical therapy needs. For over 10 years, Rebound Physical Therapy and Sports Performance has been making sure their clients rebound in the quickest amount of time possible. That's Rebound Physical Therapy and Sports Performance. Look forward to seeing you.
Back here at Barker Stadium, 24-0. Mingo Central leads Chapmanville with 3:34 to go here in the first half of play. James Barker, KJ Phillips with you as the kick fielded by Topping there at about the 27. Makes one cut, now tries to get up in a lane and is upended there at about the 40-yard line. So Chapmanville will take over there on their sixth possession of the game. Tell you what, this chili didn't last very long in front of me.
Well, I'm kind of a
little
little upset with you right now.
I know.
Because you have been munching down, and I've got to sit over here and starve. But at halftime,
you get to enjoy it.
Yes, I'm going to. You're having to scarf it down.
Yeah.
But it smells good, don't it?
3:27 to go here at Chapmanville. First down, spread formation for the Tigers. Little power zone play inside. They pull that backside guard. It's a gain of 1 on the play for Collins. 2nd and 9.
Stephanie Boone says, "Let's go Miners." Karen Treadway Klein says, "Yahoo woohoo, Miners Sports Network." No, we're D&D. We love all mountain teams, not just Miners. But
Monty Lovett had to come out there. Had a little helmet issue. Make a substitution. We have not seen Kinzer back in the game since that ankle injury, so most likely done for the night for Kinzer. Easterling, a little screen pass over to Adkins, tries to make one guy miss and just doesn't have it. It gets wrapped up pretty quickly. Loss of 1 on the play. It's 3rd and 10 for the Tigers as we got to find a way to get a first down here, at least to keep this clock moving.
Yeah, you don't want to give it back to Mingo.
They've had last 2 times they've had it, they've scored really quickly on 2 big plays.
Yeah, he's back out there, 52. I see him over here.
Okay. That's good news.
Yeah. I think this might be his first play back.
Yeah.
It's the first time I've seen him back.
He's coming. There's the throw from Easterling, and it is incomplete. May have been dropped there by Adkins. It'll be 4th and 10.
That's going to force the Tigers to punt again, Coach.
Yeah, 2:22 to go here in the fourth quarter. So Chapmanville's punt unit back onto the field as they'll trot them out. Plumley, the punter. He's been pretty busy here in the first part of this one.
Injuries has hurt the Tigers a lot tonight.
Yes,
your starting quarterback and one of your best offensive linemen.
Snap is back. Plumley's got a clean pocket, kicks it away. Good kick from Plumley. It'll be caught at about the 21-yard line by Burke, but he's got a lane to the edge. Gets to the 40, stays in bounds, makes a guy miss. He's got a chance to go.
gone.
Aiden Burke, oh, man, in a phone booth, able to break it from about the 21-yard line. That's a 79-yard touchdown return for the sophomore.
This young man is making a play for our Tug Valley Wellness player of the game tonight, isn't he? I thought they had him bottled up down here, but somehow Aiden Burke found a way out of there and scored from 70 yards out on a punt return. Amber Neese says, shout out to the Tiger class of 2003 having a reunion beside the field.
That's right. I meant to say that. I was a Logan graduate in 2003, so I know a lot of those guys and gals over there enjoying their homecoming. I think they've got a dinner planned for tomorrow night, so congratulations for them. 20-year reunion. That officially means you're old. I can say that. You're old. Motion man, they dropped the ball. Ross is just going to cover it. So it's 30-0. Mingo Central lead. 2:02 to go here in the first half of play. Back with more here on the LB&T Game of the Week right after this on the D&D Sports Network.
Come on down to Gilbert Produce Market, located in Gilbert, West Virginia. They have daily lunch and dinner specials, seasonal produce and plants, home-cooked meals and friendly service. They offer catering for special occasions and holidays, party trays, and they were also voted 2023 Coalfield's Best Milkshake and Community Market. You can catch them Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., and Saturday to Sunday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Come on down to Gilbert Produce Market, located in Gilbert, West Virginia, 304-6.
At Giovanni's Pizza in West Logan, we got subs, calzones, wings, pizza, and more. Stop by today. Great service with great deals. We also got a newly renovated and remodeled dining room where you can enjoy your game day celebrations or relax after a trail ride. We look forward to seeing you.
Back here at Barker Stadium as big hit there. Topping is swallowed up as he's able to hold on to it. That's something in itself. Topping took a big shot there. Is he able to hold on to it? It's going to be at the 35-yard line for Chapmanville. That's where they'll take over with under 2 minutes to go here in the first half of play.
Don Taylor says, James, you're still a young pup.
I appreciate that, Mr. Taylor. I appreciate that. Miss you, buddy. I don't know about young pup. His knees start to hurt every once in a while in the mornings. Chapmanville, 3 receivers to the bottom of the screen. One on the top. Easterling back to pass. Looking, tries to avoid the rush in the pocket. Throws it over the middle. It's caught. Good pitch, good catch. That's number 5 for the Tigers. That's Keldon Lucas with the catch. His first catch of the season for the Tigers. Big catch there for Lucas. Big throw there from the sophomore Easterling, able to evade the rush and step up in the pocket and throw the ball. Minute 30 to go here in the first half. 30-0. Mingo Central leads. Same set for Chapmanville. Easterling drops back, looking, steps up, gets out of the pocket, still looking, down the field, throws, and it's intercepted. Shepard going to chase down the sideline, gets a jump step. Did he stay in bounds? He did. Wow. Malachi Shepard. Well, they have scored on offense, they've scored on defense now, and they scored on special teams. And the Miners running away with this one here in the first half.
I tell you what, tiptoeing the sideline, Coach.
Did. That was a 55-yard interception return for the touchdown for Malachi Shepard. I know one thing. Come Wednesday for some crunch time, if I'm Coach Jones, I'm going to bring a big piece of pie out for you and Daryl.
He's going to give it to us,
Yeah, he is. It's going to be a big slice of humble pie.
And I just wasn't out on a limb saying that they would win. I said 2 touchdowns. So, yeah, he's really going to give it to me. A little touch pass there to Valdelamar.
Good tackle from Chapmanville.
Yes.
You know who that is? I believe
Who?
Eli Pridemore.
Yeah.
He's able to make the tackle there. And
he's all over the football field.
He is all over the field. 36-0. Chapmanville trails Mingo Central. Back with more of this LB&T Game of the Week right after this.
Come down to Trailblazers Outfitters, located right off the 4-lane from Williamson, West Virginia, to hop on your new rental of side-by-sides, dirt bikes, or four-wheelers. They also have four-wheeler, dirt bike, and side-by-side repairs, along with accessories, tires, and stereo systems, and a large repair shop. Give them a call today at 859-953-0903 to get your new rental to enjoy the trails today.
All right, guys, back here live. 36-0. Miners up on the Tigers. 1:16 left here in the second quarter, Coach.
Yeah, it's been all Miners since about the Chapmanville drive that took about 6 minutes off the clock. They got inside Miner territory down to about the 25. Ever since then, once Mingo stopped them on that 4th and 1, KJ, it's been all Mingo from that point. It is offside, so move it back 5 yards and redo it. Was Shepard to start the kickoff, but that's Ross now doing the kicking for the Miners.
Looks like the Miners have put a lot of new players in here on kickoff.
Back in the day, these grass fields, you could always tell the new players because their jerseys were nice and neat.
They're all nice and neat now, aren't they?
Yeah, they're all nice and neat now. Kick from Ross. It's a high kick, pooch kick, fielded by, is that Atkins, able to catch it on the run. He gets it near midfield. That's a really heady play there because nobody else was around it. He came from all the way in the back and makes the catch. It's not a large gain on the play on the return, but a lot of hidden yardage there for Atkins, able to field it and get it to the 48.
They get up to around the 48-yard line. That's when the Tigers will begin their drive here with 1:08 left to play in the first half.
Good crowd on hand tonight. Mingo bringing a good
they
group.
traveled well.
Chapmanville brings a good home crowd as well. Nice weather, aside from the rain that came down, but it's gone now. It's handoff there, not much doing. Gain of about 2 on the play for, I believe, Collins. Chapmanville inside a minute now here at midfield.
Diana Locker-Davis says, thank you, D&D Sports Network, for broadcasting this game, and thank you for all the sponsors. Going to visit some of them when I'm in the Mingo and Logan counties. Well, we appreciate that because their business is what gives us business.
Yep, absolutely, and we definitely would like others to follow your lead. High formation. Give it off to Collins again. He's going to try to fight forward for some yardage. Gain of about 3 on the play. And inside 25 seconds now, Chapmanville doesn't have to run a play if they do not want to. And we'll see what Zach Belcher and offensive coordinator Coach Dave Williamson do. The headsets come off. That usually means that that'll be the last play of the first half. Halftime score, it's Mingo Central 36, Chapmanville nothing. Back with the halftime show right after this. You're watching the LB&T Game of the Week right here on the D&D Sports Network.
Looking for a new healthcare provider? Come see us at Tug Valley Wellness Clinic. We take all patients from the ages 2 and up. Our staff has over 30 years of medical experience. We do everything from DOT physicals, wellness exams, adult and child, walk-in visits, and more. Call us today at 304-236-3601 and reach us Monday through Friday.
Looking for a great selection, great prices, and a great experience on your next ATV, motorcycle, or side-by-side? Come check out Kiefer's Kawasaki.
Our #1 goal is to offer you the best power sport experience at a great price.
Like this new 23 Kawasaki Teryx 4 for only $17,999. Before you write that check, check with us.
And remember, your adventure starts here at Kiefer Kawasaki. Route 44 South, Jerry West Highway in Logan, or visit KiefersPowersports.net.
Southside Buildings and Carports and Southside Shed Hunters of Louisa, Kentucky offers shed hauling services up to 16 by 52 long buildings. We also have lofted cabins, utility cabins, garages, man caves, she sheds that you can customize and order to your wants and needs with many different options such as workbenches, shelving, transom windows, and much more. You can go to the location or buy using 3D Builder's online order system. You can build right from your own home. We offer metal garages and carports that are built to any size and installed right on your property. For more info, call 304-928-0060. Stop by Eric Homa Drug today and let them fill your prescription. Eric Homa Drug has been serving the Chapmanville community for over 46 years. They're a proud supporter of the Chapmanville Tigers and all mountain athletes.
I'm Elise Hinkle, psychiatric mental health nurse practitioner and director of behavioral health at Coalfield Health Center. Our providers have experience with a full spectrum of disorders. To schedule an appointment with one of our providers, call 304-855-1222. As a community, let's help each other address mental health. We are here for you when you are ready. Coalfield Health Center. Let our family take care of your family.
Back here at halftime between the Miners and the Tigers. Halftime score, it's Mingo Central 36, Chapmanville nothing. Now joined by the head coach of the Chapmanville Middle School football program. That's Coach Ashley Dalton. And Coach, big win last night, Black Diamond Conference champions. Congratulations, 8-1 on the season, and it was impressive to watch you guys all year long.
Yeah, when the season started, we knew we were going to be pretty good, and the kids really bought in, and all the way back to Thanksgiving and last year. Those guys have been in the weight room, as soon as basketball was over for a lot of the guys, it was straight in the weight room, and they've worked all summer, and, you could see as the season went, they grew as a team, grew as individuals, and, you finally get the prize at the end.
Yeah, talk a little bit about the weight room, because that's something I kind of followed you guys doing throughout the off season. That was almost an everyday occurrence. And you guys were in there, especially over the summer. I mean, it was you went at it real hard. Talk about the work ethic of these kids.
Yeah, James, the thing about these kids is you don't have to push them to get the work out of them. They want to be there. You're always getting the phone calls, hey, Coach, can we get in the weight room today? And so, we made a 4-day-a-week schedule. So they did have a couple of days during the week to rest. But literally, when a lot of the kids was in there the week after Thanksgiving, we started back. It'll be the same thing this year. It'll start back the week after Thanksgiving, and they'll start putting the work in. And it shows when season comes in that when you get those hard-fought games. Last night was a brutal battle. I mean, there was kids going on and off both sides hurt. Every other play, hard hits, everybody giving all they had. It been a championship game, and that weight room, to us, made the difference.
I agree with that statement. We've talked about it all season long here on the D&D Network. You had a three-headed monster in the backfield. You got Dakota back there, quarterback. You had Jackson Ellison, and then you had Jacob Maynard. You couldn't go wrong with the ball in either hand.
No, it was great because if you watched as the season went, if a team tried to shut down Dakota from throwing the ball, those two guys are going to eat.
Yep.
And vice versa. And it was just kind of that mixture, and with Sarton and Vance outside. It made it really, really difficult to play us defensively because they're all just really, really good athletes, and they've put that work in. And, when you go to tackle one of these boys, they're not little guys.
Yeah, no, they're not. Now, you mentioned Sarton and Vance. There were two speedsters on the outside. Jacob Vance really came along later in the season. And him and Dakota hooked up for a lot of pretty deep balls.
Jacob, his first year he's ever played football. And what we noticed was a lot of things, especially defensively, if we put him at safety or corner, the thing you try to teach kids is, you want to take that step back before you go forward to read the play. And, his baseball career kind of fed into that.
Yeah.
So, and his speed and his hands is incredible. And as he learned the game this year, it was just awesome to watch him grow. And, the speedsters that him and Maddox are, if you get starting the ball with 5 yards in between you and the guy, it's hard to tackle him.
Yeah, Coach May and I talked about he's got this wiggle. He
just
wiggles. It's almost impossible to tackle inside a phone
Yeah, we
booth.
call it the Sarton shimmy.
I like that.
Yeah, he's got that little shimmy shake, and he don't have to have it just a yard or two, and you're in trouble.
Yeah. Now, all that said, with all the great athletes you have on offense in those skill positions, the defense and offensive line, man, they were dominant all season long.
James, I'm coming from a basketball background, coaching football, and that was the one thing that your dad told us when we started. He said, it's those guys up front. It don't matter how good your quarterback is, how good your running back is. If there's not a hole, you're in trouble. If that defensive line can't stop that guy from coming through the line, you're in trouble. And, David Browning, Tony Aggins, those guys, they were exceptional all year.
Yep. It was one of the more impressive middle school teams that I have seen here throughout this season. I can tell Dakota listens to you talk a lot. I can tell. I think he's itching to talk himself right now. So let's go ahead and get the quarterback on here. Dakota Dalton, the champion of this Chapmanville Middle School team, winning the Black Diamond Conference Championship. And Dakota, talk about your season a little bit and tell us some of the highlights that you had.
Yeah, we started off the season. We thought we was going to be pretty good throughout the season. Then started winning pretty good. We got to the Logan game, took our first loss of the season. And I think we just bounced back and got even better after that.
Yeah, when you listen to your dad talk there about all the athletes and all the great players you've had on this team so far, you're one of those guys, and you made a lot of throws this season that as a football coach were very impressive. I think back in my mind right now when you were rolling to your left, flip your feet and threw that just dime to Vance there. That's one of my favorite throws that you've had that I've seen at the middle school level. This is not a natural kind of sport for you. This is only your second year playing, so tell me a little bit about kind of what you've learned through the last 2 years.
I just learned throughout the season last year I was new to this stuff, playing quarterback and stuff. First year of football, this year I go into the year, I'm thinking, I want to be better than I was last year. Be smart, be patient, and stay positive.
Well, I think you did all those things. Now, I do have to ask you about this. It's 22-0. Jackson Ellison picks the ball off, kind of weaves his way through the field. He picks it off in the end zone. He's got a chance to go down the sideline. And you and my man Walden from Oceana look each other up, and that was a heck of a collision. How'd that one feel?
Well, it hurt. I'll give you that. It hurt. It's probably the hardest I've ever been hit in a middle school football game.
Well, but here's the thing. You're the starting quarterback. Quarterbacks sometimes like to shy away from contact. You do not, and you found a way. That was a big block. He ends up returning 102 yards for the touchdown. I guarantee you it's going to be on the D&D top 5 this week. So that was a big block.
Yeah, I hope it is. It kind of hurt.
Well, it's a great season for you. I've really enjoyed watching you play quarterback. I know we got basketball season coming up. Like a big smirk on your face when you say that. Ashley can help me out here. You guys just came back from Tennessee, too, and kind of dominated the competition down in Tennessee for a tournament. So tell us a little bit about basketball season.
I'm very excited for basketball season because I think it's my favorite sport, probably one of my best. Him, on the other hand, he don't like to say it, but he says football's my favorite and my best. Don't know why, because he plays basketball all the time, but it's weird. But I can't wait.
It's already to be a 2-3 sport athlete, though. You could be good at all of them, right?
Yeah, but I can't wait. I think it's going to be a very good year.
Well, now tell me about this. You got selected to go overseas and play in an all-star tournament this coming summer. Is that correct?
Yes.
And tell us a little bit about that. That's a pretty big deal.
I didn't think that I would be in this situation to where I could go play, because I always thought to myself that I wasn't as good as I thought I was. Like when I was younger, I thought, I'm a superstar. But I get up like 5th grade and I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna be as good as I thought I was. But now that I look back and I'm like, wow, but with all the hard work and stuff, I don't think I'd be in this spot right now.
So you're going to go overseas and play in a all-star basketball tournament. Coach, you can kind of help me out here. Only a select number of kids are chosen for this, and Dakota is one of, I think, what did you say, 20? Yeah, one of 20 kids in the entire nation. And let me read a letter from the Youngstown State basketball director of basketball operations, and man, that was just a glowing review of Dakota.
Yeah, he went up there to an elite camp back in the summer, and he was actually the only middle school kid invited. Once they done the evaluations and everything, they ranked him 33 out of the 150 kids that was there. And, we're talking D1 athletes. And that was the thing he figured out pretty quick, that 6'5" D1 guys are way different than 6'5" AA guys.
It's a lot different.
It was a privilege just as a middle school kid to get to go to that atmosphere. And, he done really well, held his own. And, they're kind of impressed with him. So we'll see where it leads.
It's an incredible honor, and I know you're looking forward to it. I may, listen, they don't know much about D&D in Europe. I may have to tag along and go over. We do some broadcasts over there.
Snapper said if he would take the trip where they go to, I think it's Cancun.
Oh, yeah.
That's the high school division goes to Cancun. So he said, but if he got into that one, he was chaperone.
Well, guys, it's been a pleasure to cover you this football season. Really appreciate it. We're going to cover your basketball season too, so don't worry too much about that. Congratulations on the Black Diamond Conference Championship.
Thank you.
All right, that was Ashley Dalton, the head coach of the Chapmanville Middle School football team, as well as Dakota Dalton, the quarterback of the Chapmanville Middle School football team. They're the Black Diamond Conference champions as they defeated Oceana 28-6 last night for that conference championship. Halftime score here from Barker Stadium. It's Mingo Central 36, Chapmanville nothing. Back with more here right after this on the LB&T Game of the Week on the D&D Sports.
Here at Appalachian Medical, our team has extensive experience in dealing with respiratory disease. That's why we specialize in respiratory products and disease management. We want to bring our knowledge and know-how to help patients live a healthier life. Appalachian Medical was developed by clinical professionals. We have more than 30 years of combined experience in respiratory disease management, case management, critical care, and more. Our respiratory therapists are skilled and compassionate. With offices in Kentucky, West Virginia, Indiana, Ohio, and Pennsylvania, let us be the ones you trust with your medical health care. Whether it's home, life, business, or auto insurance, Scott Ambergy at State Farm in Chapmanville, West Virginia is here to protect the things you love. Call Scott Ambergy today for a free quote. That's State Farm in Chapmanville, West Virginia. If you're looking for a friendly and fun atmosphere to enjoy your daily cuisine, come to Cheech's Pizza in Lenore, West Virginia. Cheech's Pizza has world-renowned cheese sticks, delicious pizza, and the best subs in the pizza and pasta game. Don't forget to take advantage of our milkshake shop located inside. Bring your family down to meet ours. We are the place that treats you like family from the second you pull in the parking lot. We look forward to seeing you here at Cheech's Pizza.
This is where it all started, right here on this farm. We may have grown over the years, but we've never lost sight of what was important to us. We're continuing that tradition today, and we always will be for generations to come.
If you was pushed out of the area because of loss of work in the coal industry, look no longer. Jim Marr is here for you. Jim Marr is now hiring for all positions in the coal field. Stop by their offices in Logan, West Virginia or in Wheeling, West Virginia and apply today. Come on down to Three Guys Pizza and Brew in Williamson, West Virginia. We're located on the corner of Harvey Street and 3rd Avenue. We got great deals on pizzas, sandwiches, and more. You get great service with great pricing. Enjoy your birthday or ball games with us here at Three Guys Pizza and Brew. Look forward to seeing you.
Come meet the wonderful staff at the Del Barton Quick Shop. They got all your cold food needs along with tobacco needs. And while you're down there, check out their award-winning hot food items. Once again, located in Del Barton, West Virginia, the Quick Shop.
Gracie and Tate merchandising has become a staple here in the Danville and Madison community. They'll make sure you find that treasure that's been eluding you. Everything you need under one roof. New items at discounted prices right here at Gracie and Tate Merchandising. Go Skyhawks! Trailhead Bar and Grill in Mapleton, West Virginia is making sure trail riders and locals are staying happy and full. One thing's a guarantee at Trailhead is great food and great service. Come watch your favorite ball game, have a party, or we'll host your events at Trailhead Bar and Grill, proud supporter of the Mingo Central Miners and all mountain athletes. If you're trying to rehab from an on-the-field or workplace injury, come to Rebound Physical Therapy and Sports Performance in Chapmanville, West Virginia for all your physical therapy needs. For over 10 years, Rebound Physical Therapy and Sports Performance has been making sure their clients rebound in the quickest amount of time possible. That's Rebound Physical Therapy and Sports Performance. Look forward to seeing you.
Come on down to Gilbert Produce Market, located in Gilbert, West Virginia. They have daily lunch and dinner specials, seasonal produce and plants, home-cooked meals and friendly service. They offer catering for special occasions and holidays, party trays, and they were also voted 2023 Coalfield's Best Milkshake and Community Market. You can catch them Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., and Saturday to Sunday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Come on down to Gilbert Produce Market, located in Gilbert, West Virginia, 304-664-5600.
Looking for a new healthcare provider? Come see us at Tug Valley Wellness Clinic. We take all patients from the ages 2 and up. Our staff has over 30 years of medical experience. We do everything from DOT physicals, wellness exams, adult and child, walk-in visits, and more. Call us today at 304-236-3601 and reach us Monday through Friday.
At Giovanni's Pizza in West Logan, we got subs, calzones, wings, pizza, and more. Stop by today. Great service with great deals. We also got a newly renovated and remodeled dining room where you can enjoy your game day celebrations or relax after a trail ride. We look forward to seeing you at Giovanni's in Logan, West Virginia.
Come down to Trailblazers Outfitters, located right off the 4-lane from Williamson, West Virginia, to hop on your new rental of side-by-sides, dirt bikes, or four-wheelers. They also have four-wheeler, dirt bike, and side-by-side repairs, along with accessories, tires, and stereo systems, and a large repair shop. Give them a call today at 859-953-0903 to get your new rental to enjoy the trails today.
Back here at Barker Stadium, halftime score, Mingo Central 36, Chapmanville nothing. James Barker and KJ Phillips with you here on the call of this LB&T game of the week. 6-2 Miners, 4-4 Chapmanville. As the Tigers trying to find a way to get something going here in the second half. If not so much to climb back into this game, but as much to get some momentum going into the man game that close out the season here at Tiger Stadium. But Miners, on the other hand, they're going to look like they're going to move to 7-2, barring a big finish from the Tigers, and that 7-2 will pretty much cement Mingo Central into the playoffs. I think that will clinch a spot for them in the Class AA playoffs. It will be a determination of where they finish in that final game of the season.
Yeah, guys, I seen where somebody said, Loretta Pridemore says your sound is a mess. But thank you for telling us. But on our end, it sounds pretty good. It might be on yours. I just checked it and listened to it. It sounds really well on our end. So, guys, if anybody else is having any problems, let us know about the sound, and we'll try to correct it.
That's why we do our interactive broadcast.
Yeah.
Sometimes
people will let you know.
They'll let you know. They will let you know.
We're happy for it because sometimes we don't know. Guys, anybody else tuning in, let us know how our sound sounds, please.
Courtney Perry says the Chapmanville Youth Football League playoffs start this weekend. If we will give those little Tigers a shout-out. A-team, B-team, and C-team, their playoff starts this weekend. Good luck to those. I do think the cheer competition is this weekend for the Youth Football League, Southern West Virginia Youth Football League here. And encompasses Logan County as well as Mingo County. And Boone County. So cheerleading competition for those young kids, as well as the playoffs starting for the A, B, and C teams. So good luck to all of those schools.
Guys, we appreciate it. Thank you for letting us know this sounds good. Sounds good at Chatteroy and Charleston, and we appreciate it, guys. Yeah, Miss Pridemore, it might be on your end because I checked it on our end too, and it sounds pretty good. So we appreciate you for letting us know.
Well, you see a lot of sound good at Chatteroy, sound good at Make One. That's a lot of Mingo. Sound 36-0 sounds real good in Mingo County right now. I understand that. But it's been we go back to the first half. You look back at the scoring, KJ, and you go back, the first touchdown of the game, 4:57 mark of the first quarter. Dylan Vance from 7 yards out, 2-point conversion pass to Burke was good, 8-0 the Miners lead. They score quickly in the second quarter at the 10:54 mark. Dylan Vance, a 53-yard touchdown run to put the Miners up 16-0. And then Chapmanville takes a drive. They go all the way down the field to about the 22, 23-yard line. They get turned over on downs. They went for it on 4th and 2, couldn't get it. Mingo Central scores really quickly. That was a Ross pass to Aiden Burke, 61-yard pass, 2-point conversion good, 24-0. And then it was special teams and defense. Burke, a punt return for a touchdown from 79 yards out, and then the interception return for a touchdown from Malachi Shepard. And once Chapmanville couldn't get that 4th down conversion inside the Miner red zone, the Miners just blew the doors off the place.
Yeah, the game turned around there, and it was the big plays. Like you went on about the big punt return, the interception return. Vance broke one for, 50 yards.
Yeah.
I mean, it was the big plays that's hurt Chapmanville. Well, we're ready for kickoff, James.
Mingo Central will receive the kick to start the second half of play. This was a very similar score last year at halftime, as the kick from Carrillo goes down to about the 8-yard line, fielded there by Burke. He's got another lane, gets to the edge. He may go the distance there.
What a spin move by Burke.
Yeah, what a move there right at midfield. And Burke, the sophomore, just showing off the skills tonight. Return of about 46 yards. Oh, my man. What is up, Luthi? How are you? Mr. Baldwin, how are you? How's these are the old graduates, 2003 graduates of Chapmanville High School. I played some ball with them. You want to get on the head? Oh, look, they're gun shy now. They're gun shy now. I would not. Sometimes.
This thing's coming back here, Coach.
Yeah, get the flag on the play. We get these old guys in here, reliving their glory days, and forgot that we had a game going on here, KJ. 36-0. Mingo Central leads. Ball on the 30-yard line to start the drive here in the second half. As Ross in the gun, 2 receivers at the top with the H-back. It's motion, fake. Ross will flip it over there to Shepard. Shepard dragged down from behind with a gain of 9 on the play for the Miners. And Shepard, another catch tonight for him. Good turnout. Class of 2003, 20-year class reunion. I want to say that one more time so it goes into your head, Mr. Luthi. 20-year class reunion here for Chapmanville. Well, you know, we won't talk about that. I'm much younger at heart there. 2nd and 1 for the Miners. Snap back. Ross gives it to Vance, and he's stuffed up there. Maybe got the first down, gain of about 2 on the play, but the Chapmanville defensive line with Josh Porter able to make the stop. Late flag come in. That was a little bit of a firework there.
I also want to give a shout out to Mate One and Williamson last night for making the Mingo County Championship, and congratulate for Williamson for winning the county championship last night.
Yeah, we have some good athletes as well.
Yes.
That was we get to watch the little tail end of that one. There's personal foul on Chapmanville. It's going to be marked off for 15 yards. As Mingo Central back into Chapmanville territory once again. Inside the Chapmanville 45-yard line. This game, since that stop on 4th down, has been dominated by the Miners from the second quarter on. Ross will send man in motion, give there as Chapmanville's defense there able to squeeze as Lovett with the carry. And Chapmanville at times has looked really good on defense, KJ, but there has been a lot of times too where the big play, like you mentioned, has really been the bugaboo.
Yeah, they've looked really good up front. It's just the big plays has hurt. I mean, most of the special teams and the defense have, 2 touchdowns on the special teams and defense for the Miners?
Yeah. Ross in the gun, Lovett with him. 3 receivers at the top of the screen. They've got Shepard down here by his lonesome as they're going to look to throw as that one is caught there.
Burke.
I think that's Ducey.
Oh, was that Ducey?
Yeah, I think so.
Yep, Ducey Prater on the catch.
Prater with the catch. It's enough for a first down, gain of about 15 on the play as Mingo Central moving the ball here now against the Tigers. Class of 2003 tomorrow night at McCoy Station, I believe. Yeah.
That's down in Logan, right?
Yes. Now who is the class president here? I figured. I knew it would be you, Roberto. Two receivers to each side for the Miners. As Ross will give it off to Lovett there as he's met but breaks 2 tackles. Then gets a stiff arm, gets to the outside to the 20, 15, 10, and knocked out of bounds at about the 5-yard line. And Lovett, and you can see there, that's where that big bulldozer body of his able to take some punishment and gain about 22 on the play.
He's got speed, too, once he gets out to be that big to get on the outside. And,
Mingo Central right now.
A tidbit about this kid, he's a senior this year. He has not played football since 8th grade.
Oh, wow.
This is his first year back out since 8th grade.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's kind of what Coach Jones can do. You walk the halls and recruit some of those kids that kind of fell through the cracks.
Yeah.
Vance back in there at tailback. Ball's actually on the 8-yard line, so a gain of about 19 on the play for Lovett. It's not the Vance. Ross with the run. Ross tries to get to the edge. Good tackle there by Burford. As gain of about 3 on the play. As so 2nd and goal from the 5.
Tug Valley 14, man 6 at halftime as an update. And we also, was it Winfield 21, Scott 14 was our last
that's
update
the last
on
time we had the update. 21-14 in that shootout.
place has gotten quiet, James.
It has. It has. The score may be that too. Rain maybe chasing people out as well. As Mingo Central driving again here. Good seeing you guys. Ross throws, catch, Shepard, touchdown. Malachi Shepard, another touchdown tonight for the Miners, and they lead 42-0 here in the third quarter.
That was a quick opening drive for the Miners to start the half.
So with about a 4-minute drive for Mingo Central, it's Ross to Shepard.
Oh, we got a kick going on here, James. I haven't seen that this year much for the Miners.
Is Vance kicking?
It looks like it, don't it?
They're going to put Ross in as a wing.
Burke's the holder.
Yeah, we'll see. Snaps down, kick is up. It is short. Hell, you might as well try.
Yeah.
Might as well try. 42-0, Mingo Central leads. Back with more here on the LB&T Game of the Week right here on the D&D Sports Network.
Come down to Trailblazers Outfitters, located right off the 4-lane from Williamson, West Virginia, to hop on your new rental of side-by-sides, dirt bikes, or four-wheelers. They also have four-wheeler, dirt bike, and side-by-side repairs, along with accessories, tires, and stereo systems, and a large repair shop. Give them a call today at 859-953-0903 to get your new rental to enjoy the trails today.
All right, guys, we're back here at Chapmanville. Miners 42, Tigers 0. 8:06 left here in the third quarter. Try to get some of these comments going on. Ethel Daniels Lester says, way to go, Ducey. Cheyenne Guzlin, keep it up, boys. And Marty Mandis says Tug Valley's up at half. Nicole Harmon says woohoo. And Rock Looney says I'm watching you, LOL. Mingo set to kick off here for the Miners. It's Ross. Returned by the Tigers. And he's going to be stopped around the 34-yard line. And Chapmanville's going to take over right around the 34-yard line. 1st and 10 Tigers. Guys, we appreciate you tuning in. Hit that like and share button. Let's get these numbers up for these young men. And a big day for D&D Sports. We got 5 games going on right now. We have this one, Tug Valley Man, Belfry and Letcher, Perry Central and Williamsburg, and South Charleston and Hurricane. Got a handoff. And he's going to pick up about 5 on the play. We'll bring up second. I think we got about 7. 2nd and 3 for the Tigers.
Appreciate you letting me say hello to some old friends there, KJ.
We tried to get them on the mic.
They were a little gun shy, weren't they?
Yeah.
Chapmanville, Easterling in the gun as they're going to run this play clock down and try to get out of here.
Now, the running clock in West Virginia don't start to the fourth quarter.
Fourth quarter, yeah. So Easterling's going to throw a little screen pass. It's caught there, and he falls forward. That's topping. Good little design there. They had they had Mingo Central fold and maybe get a roughing the passer here as Easterling took a little bit of a hit after that.
Yeah, Topping had a lot of room to run. He just lost his footing.
Yep. And
get the call from the white hat.
Personal foul, roughing the passer. So that'll be a first down for Chapmanville as the ball's going to be at about the 47-yard line. Nope. See, that's why I should never guess. My math is just atrocious.
You're down about
42.
Yeah, 42.
I was just 5 off. Yeah.
You don't teach math in school, do you?
Thank God. Thank God I do not. I mean, my coaches will tell you from last year, 3rd, 4th down, I didn't know. We were going to go for it regardless. It didn't matter.
It's the analytics, man. Oh, I got to ask you something, too. What? I mean, I know they won last time, but what happened to them the week before on Sunday?
You can't be talking about my Bills now.
I remember, man. But
give the Collins there. He gains 1 on the play.
My Bengals are getting hot.
Yep, they're getting hot. But
Well,
they're going to run into
buzzsaw.
buzzsaw of Buffalo here in about 10 days.
No, they're running into a buzzsaw Sunday.
Well, hey, no Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy.
Sam Darnold. Me and you could go run that offense like Shanahan coach us.
This is true. Christian McCaffrey may carry it 40 times.
Yeah, they're banged up too, though. So it really helps the Bengals because you got McCaffrey's banged up. Probably play the big left tackle. Trent Williams is out. Debo's out.
I think, that's the biggest thing about the NFL. If you can stay healthy or have depth when you get injured, you got a chance to win. But when you get a lot of your guys out, that's tough. It's a tough league. Easterling back to pass, steps up in the pocket, escapes, now throws, and it is. No, it's knocked down.
Shepard he almost picked it.
Almost with an interception there. He read the eyes of Easterling and jumped up, knocked it down. It falls incomplete, 3rd and 10 for the Tigers.
If Chris Godwin turns his head around last night, you lose.
I don't think so.
He was wide open in the end zone.
I don't know about that.
On the Hail Mary.
Here's the thing as a Bills fan. And I know I'm preaching to the choir with Bengals fans, but the Bills invent new ways to lose. I was for sure they were going to call pass interference because we had a couple guys mugged back there. But Bills, they invent new ways to lose. I've been there. I've watched a bunch of them. Easterling will send Topping in motion. And looks, they're going to throw a screen over here to Adkins. As he's going to be bottled up. It takes a big hit there. As
Struthers.
Yep. Big hit from Struthers. Just flew up from that position. Now 4th and 11 for the Tigers with 5:22 to go here in the 3rd quarter.
Now in West Virginia, can the coaches agree on a running clock? If the refs
you can pretty much do. I think as long as the coaches agree, you can do whatever you want to do. Yeah. I know at Mingo Central won a game earlier this year at Liberty Raleigh, I think, where they played 1 quarter and decided to it was a minute quarters for the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter.
Yeah, they was already up, 32-0. They had a power outage.
Yep, it was all. So they just kind of got 1 minute and got it done, and they counted the game. So as long as the coaches agree, you can do pretty much anything. You're going to get a delay a game on Chapmanville, so they'll back it up 5 yards even more. So 4th and 16 now for the Tigers.
So Chapmanville next week, home? Or are they on the road next week?
Chapmanville is at home here against Man with have a chance to win the county championship for both teams. So Man 1-0 in the county, they defeated Logan, and Chapmanville 1-0 as they defeated Logan. So county championship in Logan County on the line next week. There may be a playoff spot for Man on the line if they don't defeat Tug Valley tonight. Pumley's kick, good punt.
I tell you what, this kid can kick, man.
Yeah, that's going to roll. Can it stay out of the end zone? It does not. That's a touchback all the way. The kick was from the 40, so it's a 60-yard punt, net of 40 yards, though, as the Tiger is down. As we'll step aside for a break. 42-0, Mingo Central leads here on the LB&T Game of the Week. Back with more here on the D&D Sports Network.
Looking for a great selection, great prices, and a great experience on your next ATV, motorcycle, or side-by-side? Come check out Kiefer's Kawasaki.
Our #1 goal is to offer you the best power sport experience at a great price.
Like this new 23 Kawasaki Teryx 4 for only $17,999. Before you write that check with us. And remember, your adventure starts here at Kiefer Kawasaki. Route 44 South, Jerry West Highway in Logan, or visit KiefersPowersports.net.
Back here as injured player up for the Tigers and off the field under his own power is Mingo Central in the gun. They give it off to Vance as he's able to break 1 tackle, but then Pridemore swallows him up there for a gain of about 2 on the play.
Rock Looney says, see you next week, I hope.
Who's Mingo have next week?
Mountain View. Yeah, we'll be there on Mountain View. Yeah. They got Mountain View. Princeton 42, Greenbrier Reese 0. We got some NFL conversation, and we started it up in the comment section. We got some people saying the Steelers.
You know, they showed the promo for the Steelers next week, and it showed them at 5-2, and I went, what? I did not realize that.
Yeah, they're 4-2. They beat the Rams last week, too. I mean, Tomlin just finds ways to win, man.
Ross looking. Now we'll try to escape the pocket. Primore's going to try to hunt him down. Here's the throw. It's caught.
Oh, wow.
Shepard breaks one tackle. He's got a chance if he can get to the outside. And can he beat the last guy? He does. Malachi Shepard for another touchdown for the Miners. No flags on the field as that one a 76-yard touchdown pass from Ross to Shepard. And that's Shepard's third touchdown of the game.
He said, hold on a minute, Mr. Burke.
Yeah. We may have to give it to two of them.
Yeah.
With 3:14 to go here in the third quarter of play. Mingo extends their lead 48-0 over Chapmanville. The Miners going for two, so that extra point experiment is over.
The Miners win this one, and next week they should be guaranteed one home playoff game, shouldn't they?
It should be, yes. As they'll give it up the middle, 31. That is Nate Hind in for the two-point conversion, and it's now 50-0 in favor of Mingo Central. Back with more here on the LB&T Game of the Week, right here on the D&D Sports Network.
Southside Buildings and Carports and Southside Shed Hunters of Louisa, Kentucky offers shed hauling services up to 16 by 52 long buildings. We also have lofted cabins, utility cabins, garages, man caves, she sheds that you can customize and order to your wants and needs with many different options such as workbenches, shelving, transom windows, and much more. You can go to the location or buy using 3D Builder's online order system. You can build right from your own home. We offer metal garages and carports that are built to any size and installed right on your property. For more info, call 304-928-0060 or 304-928-0062. Here at Southside Buildings and Carports, we've got you covered.
Back here at Barker Stadium, 50-0. Mingo Central in the lead. As Ross with the kick. That one will go back there to Corbett. That's the freshman. As he's able to break one tackle and get to about the 40-yard line. Myron Corbett.
Both these teams relatively young.
Yes. Both pretty young groups. Chapmanville right now, when you look out there on the field, two seniors on the field for Chapmanville, 71, Dan Atwood, 70, Caden Robinson. The rest underclassmen. And a lot of sophomores in that group as well.
Yeah, I know the Miners, they'll lose Lovett, Ross, Wayne, Shepard.
Yep.
That's four of the one starters that I know. But the quarterback's a big piece.
It is. As Chapmanville topping a quarterback, he's going to run it this time. No, he's going to throw it. Looking down the field, has Atkins out there, it throws, and it's intercepted. And
yes.
Atkins with the tackle. And
there's the new kid on the block.
Yep.
Just first game back tonight, Damari Young.
Damari Young with the interception. That's got to get Coach Jones excited over there.
Sophomore cornerback.
So 50-0 in favor of the Miners, and they just got an interception. So we'll see what Coach Jones does here. 2:56 to go here in the third quarter of play. It will be a continuous clock in the fourth quarter.
Looks like the defense is staying out there. Was there a penalty we missed?
It must have been. What is it, holding on the defense?
Must have been.
So holding on the defense.
Yeah.
So we thought it was an interception, but that one taken away. So first down for Chapmanville at midfield. So defensive holding.
Our man Kyle Lovering, longtime writer for Williamson Daily News, says, "Go Bills." So you got you a Bills fan right with you.
Looks like it'll be a false start on Chapmanville. Bills Mafia. Loud and proud.
I got Allen as my fantasy quarterback, so I got to root for him a little bit. And he gave me, like 29 and a half last night.
He played pretty well last night.
But he killed me against
primetime Josh.
New England. Which they're pretty good there at the end against Logan.
I'll talk about that one. As 3-yard gain there for Chapmanville. Carry from Topping.
Got an update. Belfry Pirates 22, Letcher County 6 at halftime.
Belfry starting to kind of gel a little bit here of late.
Yeah, well, they're getting healthy. And Dre Young, their fullback, he was at my house the other day, spoke with him, and he said they're about 99% healthy. And all the piece they're missing is their starting corner, Caden Varney, went out first game of the season with a broken ankle. But the word I'm hearing is he might be back playoffs.
Ooh.
So good time to get healthy for the Pirates.
And Topping has to fall on this one. Low snap. Topping loses about 6 yards on the play. As it'll be 3rd and about 16-17 for the Tigers.
Kyle Everett says, Allen is my fantasy QB too. It's yours too, isn't
Yeah,
it?
I've got him in a couple leagues as my fantasy quarterback. I can't let him. I take him way too early because that's my guy. Easterling back in the gun. Drops back, looking, throws over the middle. Good catch there. Big hit, but it's going to be close to a first down for the Tigers as
looks like he's been
Austin
working a little
Ack is able
short.
to climb the ladder. Gain of 16 on the play, so it'll be 4th and 1.
Fans not liking the spot, James.
I thought it was a pretty solid one, to be quite honest. So 4th and 1. Tigers with it at the 41-yard line. Easterling in the gun. And
Hey.
they'll get Mingo Central to jump.
That's the second time he's got Harmon tonight.
Yep. And that generally brings that substitution. That's the jog of shame over there to the sideline. I've had to have
Coaches
a few of those
yeah.
conversations, yep.
When you walk right into the coach.
Yep,
isn't
you
it?
walk right into the coach, and he says his piece, and then you go hide and get some water. That's how that conversation goes.
Harmon did that earlier, and then on a big 4th down play,
he
that
made the
same
play.
drive, he made
Yeah.
the tackle in the backfield. .34 seconds left here in the third quarter. 50-0. Mingo.
Easterling in the gun. Gets the snap, gives to Collins, and he's
Wow.
met there.
Was that Lovett coming from the
I
other
think
end?
So.
Wow. No, I think it was number. I can't tell.
I couldn't tell who spun around there. A lot of minors flying around the football right now. That'll be the end of the third quarter. Mingo Central with a 50-0 lead. Back with the fourth quarter play after this here on the LB&T Game of the Week on the D&D Sports Network.
Stop by Eric Homa Drug today and let them fill your prescription. Eric Homa Drug has been serving the Chapmanville community for over 46 years. They're a proud supporter of the Chapmanville Tigers and all mountain athletes.
I'm Elise Hinkle, psychiatric mental health nurse practitioner and director of behavioral health at Coalfield Health Center. Our providers have experience with a full spectrum of disorders. To schedule an appointment with one of our providers, call 304-855-1222. As a community, let's help each other.
Here at Appalachian Medical, our team has extensive experience in dealing with respiratory disease. That's why we specialize in respiratory products and disease management. We want to bring our knowledge and know-how to help patients live a healthier life. Appalachian Medical was developed by clinical professionals. We have more than 30 years of combined experience in respiratory disease management, case management, critical care, and more. Our respiratory therapists are skilled and compassionate. With offices in Kentucky, West Virginia, Indiana, Ohio, and Pennsylvania, let us be the ones you trust with your medical health.
Barker Stadium running clock here in the fourth quarter as Mingo Central leads 50-0. Eli Pridemore rush there as gains about 3 or 4 on the play for Pridemore.
That's the linebacker, right?
Yep. Yeah, that's
putting him in, run a little bit of tailback.
He'll get a few carries here and there for the Tigers. As it's 3rd and 7. Chapmanville again, man next week here at home on senior night. Mingo Central at Mount View. Easterling tries to get him to draw off sides and play clock down. They call the play. Snap low. Easterling throws over on the out route, and Atkins can't handle it. It goes out of bounds. Incomplete.
Yeah, Mingo Central at home next week against the.
Oh, they're at home.
Yeah,
so they have senior night at home.
Yeah, Mount View. Yeah, they just had four home games this year. 6 on the road.
Well, they had to fill their. I was talking to Josh before the game, Coach Sammons, and he said, I was the one that made the schedule. We had to fill it in a hurry.
Yeah.
Easterling with the snap. He's going to look, steps up, tries to avoid the rush, and he's thrown down.
34.
Sack on the play there. Dylan Mounts, the sophomore, middle linebacker. That will be a turnover on downs, and Mingo Central will take over.
$1 pizza at the concession stand, Coach. Axe Smackers LLC says congratulations to the Mingo Central Miners on a hard-fought, tough loss for the Chapmanville Tigers. And then Dottie Blankenship says go Miners. Number 2, Ducey Prater.
Ducey had a few good catches here tonight. A couple slants for Ducey over the middle. We'll probably see some runs here for the Miners. 31, that is Hind, the senior. Gain of about 6 on the play, maybe 5. 2nd and 5 for the Miners. We'll probably start to see some substitutions made on both sides here as Mingo Central, Mount View, I don't know how many games they've won. They can't be a lot. They've struggled this year, so
yeah.
It'll be a little of a reprieve from the Miners as they'll be able to kind of get healthy next week against Mount View. Coach Jones wouldn't say that, but we can up here in the booth.
Yeah.
As you're going to get a face mask there on Chapmanville as the carry on the play was 20. That's Bam Coleman.
Yeah, we're starting to see some new players coming in for the Miners.
.35 to go here in the fourth quarter. Mingo Central again going to move to
7-2.
7-2.
And what's the Tigers going to drop to
4-5.
4-5. This was a must-win for the Tigers, wasn't it, to get into the playoffs?
That may do it for them in their playoff hopes. As Coleman, he's off to the races
he's
here.
Got some
he's
speed.
got some wheels there. He steps out of bounds at about the 30-yard line. And Coleman, gain of about 22 on the play. Good run for the young
what grade
sophomore.
Is he in? Sophomore?
Freshman. Freshman.
I tell you what, impressive speed once he broke down the sideline.
It's one thing that you have a hard time coaching, speed.
Mm-hmm.
You can Timeout, Mingo Central. That may be the last time we see the starters on the field for the Miners. We'll step aside for a break. Back with more here on the LB&T Game of the Week on the D&D Sports Network.
Whether it's home, life, business, or auto insurance, Scott Ambergy at State Farm in Chapmanville, West Virginia is here to protect the things you love. Call Scott Ambergy today for a free quote. That's State Farm in Chapmanville, West Virginia. If you're looking for a friendly and fun atmosphere to enjoy your daily cuisine, come to Cheech's Pizza in Lenore, West Virginia. Cheech's Pizza has world-renowned cheese sticks, delicious pizza, and the best subs in the pizza and pasta game. Don't forget to take advantage of our milkshake shop located inside. Bring your family down to meet ours. We are the place that treats you like family from the second you pull in the parking lot. We look forward to seeing you here at Cheech's Pizza.
Here at Barker Stadium, James Barker and KJ Phillips with you. As some new fresh faces in for the Miners here is number 7 in at quarterback. That is Brennan Harrison, the junior quarterback. I think he's the left-handed quarterback. I saw him warm up.
Yep, he's a lefty.
And he's got some good size. Good size.
Was he a freshman or sophomore? Junior.
That's what he's listed as here. 6'1", 185. I'd have put him. I was down there. I'd have measured him at about 6'3". You know, that's.
You always got to. You lie on your sheets, yeah.
And those cleats, those cleats add a few inches. In the gun is Harrison, as he'll hand it off. That's Bam again. And that time Bam unable to outrun everybody to the edge and loses about 4 on the play.
It's going to be 3rd and 15?
Yeah.
Lorraine Markham sending us 99 stars. I have no clue what that means, but we appreciate it.
We appreciate that.
You know what the stars mean?
No, I do not.
Somebody was sending them on the show the other night, too, and I don't know what they mean either, but we appreciate it.
I think those are like Facebook coins or something. I don't know. I'm just making stuff up, so I just need to be quiet. Jet there to Bam Coleman, and he swallowed up there in the backfield. No gain on the play. So 4th and 15 here on the moving clock here in the 4th quarter of play. Can we thank you guys for watching the LB&T Game of the Week here on the D&D Sports Network. Again, we heard from some of you here on the comments and appreciate all your kind words. But again, without our sponsors, this broadcast would not be possible here tonight. So go like and share their Facebook pages, go into their businesses, and tell them that you saw them on the D&D Sports Network.
Pam Pack says this is probably the best game that the Miners have played.
They have looked the part tonight, for sure. Offense, defense, and special teams.
They've played a pretty tough schedule, too. I mean, you run into Scott, Independence, and Roane County. I mean, you've got a pretty tough schedule.
Throw deep down the field. It's a wobbler, and it's going to fall incomplete. Chapmanville will take over on downs at the Mingo Central 35-yard line. As we'll see the Young Tigers come out on the field. 4:40 to go here on the moving clock in the 4th quarter.
Guys, stick around after the game. We'll come back with our Tug Valley Wellness Clinic player or players of the game.
Ooh.
It's a good possibility.
Yeah, it is. It is tonight.
Some things we got to talk about here.
Tigers with it. Give it off to the running back there.
You got the Young Tigers versus the Young Miners right now. It's always good for the young kids to get in, get some game time experience.
Dawson Atkins with the carry.
Stacy Buckner says, thank you, D&D, for being faithful. Lorraine Markin says, good job, Miners. Neil Carter says, 14-14 man in Tug Valley. I say that's a good one right now.
That's going to be a good one. You tune into that one at the conclusion of this one. As Evan Strange throws it over there. Not entirely sure who caught that for Chapmanville, but it's going to be enough for a first down.
I told it was one of my picks on the show the other night too. I was telling everybody, that game to me is a toss-up game. And then at a toss-up game, I always go with the home team.
Yeah.
So I went with man.
Well, it's tied up. Definitely a toss-up right now in the third quarter. As going to be offside against the Miners here. Clock continues to move here. 3 minutes to go here in this one. Again, Mingo Central is going to move to 7-2 on the season. And you look tonight, Ross with 3 touchdown passes, 2 to Malachi Shepard, 1 to Aiden Burke. And then Shepard another touchdown on the interception return, and Burke another touchdown on the punt return. As carry there for Chapmanville. That's Strange to the 41.
69-0 halftime Hurricane over South Charleston.
Well, for the most part, seems like we could have been in for a lot longer broadcast somewhere else tonight, KJ.
Poor Joe Kinzer. I'll have to hear it after the game. He'll call me.
Oh, he will.
I love that man, though. He's
great.
Yeah, it's a great human being. And he is the human statistic of West Virginia sports.
He can pull them out. He'll pull things out you had no clue were even statistics.
I talked to him today on the way over here. He called me, and honestly, I can't tell you what he was throwing at me, but he was throwing me some really, really good stats about Hurricanes 1930 teamers.
Yeah, I mean, amazing.
Yeah.
One of the better guys in the business.
Yeah, one of the best broadcasters around, too.
Yep. High formation for the Tigers. They'll give it off here to Richards. It's Chris Richards over the 40-yard line to about the 37. 1:20 to go here, KJ.
And he's also the voice of the Miners.
He is. He is.
Yeah, he does all their home games, public address, and does a really good job at it.
He's listed on their roster as the official statistician as well. A man of many talents.
And he'll come up at halftime during a Miner game, and I'll just give him the headset. Let's turn him loose.
Strange, deep ball. It's got a man out there. It's caught inside the 5 to the 2-yard line. Strange, 18. We don't have it either. So Chapmanville's got a chance to get rid of the goose egg. Strange to 18, and now the Tigers rush to the line of scrimmage. 30 seconds to go. The Miners going to try to stop or keep this shutout. Richards with it. Is pulled down. Is he in the end zone? No. They've got one more play to try to get in there, and they're going to try to go fast. 15, 14, 10 seconds to go. Chapmanville trying to score here. As they're going to reset the clock. They start it back up. He's under center. 3 seconds. They'll give to Richards. Does he get in? He does. Final play of the game. Chapmanville takes the shutout off the board, but nevertheless, it's 50-6 in favor of Mingo Central. That will be the ball game here, folks. Final score: Mingo Central 50, Chapmanville 6. Back with the postgame show and the Tuck Valley Wellness Clinic players of the game here on the D&D Sports Network.
This is where it all started, right here on this farm. We may have grown over the years, but we've never lost sight of what was important to us. We're continuing that tradition today, and we always will be for generations to come.
Looking for a new healthcare provider? Come see us at Tug Valley Wellness Clinic. We take all patients from the ages 2 and up. Our staff has over 30 years of medical experience. We do everything from DOT physicals, wellness exams, adult and child, walk-in visits, and more. Call us today at 304-236-3601 and reach us Monday through Friday.
Back here at Barker Stadium, final score, Mingo Central 50, Chapmanville 6. It's time now for the Tug Valley Wellness Clinic Players of the Game. KJ, I think we've got a couple that are well-deserving tonight.
Yeah, I agree. Aiden Burke and Malachi Shepard.
You look at Malachi Shepard as KJ gets some love. I see this. Malachi Shepard, KJ, 3 touchdowns on the evening, and very impressive. He scored on 2 touchdown passes, 2 touchdown receptions, rather, and then that 55-yard interception return for the touchdown. There was a lot of plays in this game that could be on the D&D top 5 here tonight for the Miners. But when you look at Aiden Burke, that punt return was electrifying.
Yes, it was, and then he had the long touchdown reception too.
Yeah, so Burke, 2 big plays for the Miners. So Aiden Burke and Malachi Shepard, your Tug Valley Wellness Clinic Players of the Game here on the D&D Sports Network. Chapmanville falls to 4-5 on the season. Mingo Central improves to 7-2 on the season as the Miners pretty much solidify their spot in the Class AA playoffs with the win here tonight. KJ, any final thoughts?
No, man, I'm good. I think Mingo's probably going to get one. I don't think they can get 2, but I say 1 home playoff game.
Yeah, it's going to be close. I think they're going to be right there, right where they're at right now. At 6, 7, 8 seeds somewhere in there. They've played a really difficult schedule this year, has Mingo Central, and you could tell tonight they were really well prepared tonight. Josh Sammons comes back, and you could tell the offense a little bit more of in rhythm here tonight.
Yeah, they had another gear tonight on offense, and it always helps when your OC comes back. And the 2 games they've lost this year didn't have their OC.
They didn't have their OC. Coach Jones Ball Club, really well coached ball club here tonight. They played really well, and Coach Jones has a lot to be proud of those Mingo Central Miners. Again, we believe they've solidified a spot in the Class AA playoffs here in West Virginia. That'll do it here for us from Barker Stadium. Once again, your final score, Mingo Central 50, Chapmanville 6. We thank you for listening to this LB&T Game of the Week right here on the